You believe this is the toughest challenge humanity has ever faced?
Absolutely. It's way greater than the pandemic, and it needs a level of cooperation that would be unprecedented.
Of us sitting around here, what specifically would be impacted?
Well, this cement would be made in a different way. The steel in the building would be different. You know, the meat in the burger is a big deal. These, all this plastic and paper, potatoes, all the tractors, the transport.
Trucks that bring them to this restaurant. All that has to change.
Hey, when you're going to zero, you don't get to skip anything.
Going to zero means eliminating all greenhouse gas emissions or else. Gates is also backing a company that's created an entirely new food source.
This company, Nature's Find, is using fungi, and then they turn them into sausage and yogurt. Pretty amazing.
When you say fungi, do you mean like a mushroom or a microbe?
It's a microbe. It's an all-out effort, like a world war, but it's us against greenhouse gases. We all want to return to the way things were before COVID-19. By the next pandemic, I believe we can have what I call mega testing diagnostic platforms. They can be deployed quickly, cost very little, and test 20% of the entire population every week. I also think that we'll develop new vaccines quickly, in large part due to this new mRNA platform. To stop future pandemics quickly, we need to be able to spot disease outbreaks as soon as they happen anywhere in the world. Then we need a group of infectious disease responders to spring into action. Think of these as like pandemic firefighters. Stopping the next pandemic will require a big investment, but I think of this as the best insurance policy the world could buy. We have to do two things at once. We have to bring this epidemic to an end, primarily by getting the vaccine out in large numbers to the entire world, and we have to make sure that we're ready because there will be another pandemic. And there's so many lessons about how we weren't prepared, how we should have handled things differently. And, when that's clearly in our mind, those investments need to be made. Nobody would have predicted that I and Dr. Fauci would be so prominent in, really kind of evil theories about, did we create the pandemic? Are we trying to profit from it? And on and on. And so, I'm very surprised by that. I hope it goes away. We're going to have to get educated about this over the next year and understand, how does it change people's behavior? How should we have minimized this, either, working with the social media companies or explaining what we were up to in a better way?